11 and 23. It says, "And thou, Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shall be brought down to hell. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day." Right? So we're dealing with the word hell. In this passage, we see that the word hell goes back to Hades. Right? BSV and New Capernaum will be lifted up to heaven. No, you will be brought down to Hades. Right? Hell. So when you look into the word hell here, it means Hades. It says, name Hades or Pluto, the god of the under regions, Orcus, the netherworld, the realm of the dead. I later use of the word the grave, death, or hell. Right? So you understand? This is what the word hell really means. It goes back to the grave, it goes back to death or hell. And that is the sin, as I said before, the sin, synonymous, or how to put it, as I said in the video prior, is a synonym for words like grave, pit, or hell. And as you can see, this is exactly what it is. Right? I think there's a next definition in First Peter. You will get let's see. Right, Second Peter 2 and 4. It gives you a totally new definition. It says, "For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down into hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to serve unto judgment." And that angel is speaking about who? That's speaking about us. Right? That's speaking about us, because hell is a place where you get judged, and this is where we're getting judged right now. Right? This is hell. This captivity that we're living in is hell. But it refers to mainly the grave or death. Right? So let me gain it. The web version says, "For if God didn't spare angels when they sinned, but cast them down to Tarshish," and Christians would think this is talking about Satan. Angels are unable to sin. Right? The angels that are in heaven, the angels that are in the heavenly realm, they are unable to sin. Right? It says, "But cast them down to Tartarus and committed them to pits of darkness to be reserved for judgment," which is the earth. This is another name for hell. Let me look it up. Tartaru. It says the name of the Sabinian region, doleful and dark, regarded by the ancient Greeks, the heathens, as the abode of wicked, if I'm pronouncing this word properly. Let me see. abode of the wicked, dead, where they suffer punishment for their evil deeds. It answers to Gehenna of the Jews. Gehenna, as we know, Gehenna, place south of Jerusalem, where they used to, it goes back to the Valley of Hanan, originally the Valley of Hanan. The thrust down to Tartarus, to hold captive Tartarus. The deepest abyss of Hades, cast down to hell. Right? So in the conclusion here, the word hell, right? The word Shawa'al, the word Gehenna, the word Hades, Tartarus, all these words, it goes back to one thing. It means the grave. The word hell means death, pit, or grave. Or even right now we in hell, we in a condition because we come like we the living dead. Right? This captivity we in, this is a sentence of death. In other words, for us to get ourselves right with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? One last scripture I want to read is the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter, and I believe it's the last verse. Verse 14, second to last verse, it says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death." And this right here, that's stumbling block for you Christian. Right? This is one of the scriptures you Christians don't bring out. Because why? Confusing. Because the lake of fire is supposed to be death. It's supposed to be hell. So how was death and hell cast into the lake of fire? That is a question to you, Voka Malone. Or to you, Nathaniel. So the web says, death, let me see this. Death and Hades, note hell, were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death, the lake of fire. So death and hell was thrown into the lake of fire. That is a stumbling block for you Christians. Hades is the grave. Death supposed to be the death and hell. I mean, the lake of fire supposed to be hell. Hades is a place where you burn forever. You could write here. Right? Hades, place, state, deepest, the deepest of souls, Hades, or place, state of departed souls, grave, hell. Right, you Christians need to get it right, right? You need to get it right. Death, hell, lake of fire. Which one? So hell is somewhere where they say you're going and die. When you die, you're going and be tormented forever. The lake of fire is where the lake of fire is where you're going to be tormented forever. As we read earlier, the scholars, they intentionally made these things an error. Right? With that, I give our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I will leave it right here. Shalom to the elect.